Okay, the latest on the Diddy trial. We like to start with that. Well, we don't like to, but it's what's happening right now in the world. We had Danity Kane member Dawn Richard. She testified this morning, and a lot of her testimony had to do with the fact that she did witness Cassie being mistreated by Diddy and abused by Diddy, and also that she felt threatened and that other people would maybe disappear if Diddy didn't get his way on certain things.
Yeah, that he said that like he could make people disappear, at least alluded to that in her testimony. And, you know, I don't know that we're that shocked that someone who's been accused of these kinds of actions was really megalomaniacal in their view of the world. However, it is good that these words are coming out on the stand in front of a jury who is trying to decide the fate for that person.
Right. And then they pressed her in saying, like, well, did you ever see him pull out a gun or wave it around? Or, and she's like, no. That's because he's a powerful person. He's not going to do any deed like that himself. You know, you can intimidate people and, you know, make people disappear and not actually commit the crime yourself. You know, I mean, it's just ridiculous. I think they were caught off guard because they said, well, you've met with prosecutors several times and you've never mentioned this before. Okay. And
I will say, I think this is the part where they're trying to create the narrative around the racketeering charge. So, you know, again, it's easy to sort of focus. I'm sure the defense is just trying to pick away at everything. But the prosecution is creating an overall story. And this is just another chapter as they go forward. So
thank goodness Cassie is done with her testimony, though, because there were 162 pages of text messages that they pulled up and made her read the parts that I would say would be most uncomfortable for her to read. Really just all the ones that they cherry picked that showed that she did have a relationship with him. There were sexual texts between them. And, you know, some of them were humiliating to read in front of a courtroom of people, including his children, which he allows in the courtroom. I'm like, okay, yeah, well, I guess they're going to hear all of this. Yeah. So, and that's the latest on the Diddy trial.
All right, let's get into some blind items today. You ready to go?
Let's do it!
All right, let's kick it off on this Monday with this one here. This former A-plus lister who made the biggest miscalculation in the world can cross yet another backup plan off the list. Just like the TV show will never take her back, another cozy gig in the desert is out the window, thanks to a recent report. This former A-plus lister who made the biggest miscalculation in the world can cross yet another fallback plan off her list. Just like the TV show will never take her back, another cozy gig in the desert is out the window as well after the recent report.
Okay, so the gig in the desert, is that Vegas?
Another cozy gig in the desert.
Cozy gig. Okay, so former
A-plus lister.
A-plus lister.
Who made a big miscalculation.
Yeah.
With a TV show.
Well, was with it, yes. And according to the blind items, though, this A-plus lister, and I will say, the A-plus lister, it's saying that the TV show will not take her back, and also another one of those cozy gigs in the desert, a.k.a. in Vegas.
So was it a residency?
Yes.
So she's a singer and an actress.
She's a singer, not an actress.
But she's in a TV show.
She was on a TV show.
Oh, is this like a... Is this
Gaga?
Nope.
Like a reality judge?
Yes.
Who also, so not Katie.
Yeah, it is.
Did Katie have a residency?
I didn't know she had one.
Neither did anyone else. According to the blind item, Katy Perry, who made the biggest miscalculation in the world, can cross another fallback plan off the list, just like American Idol will not take her back. Another cozy gig, residency in the desert, is out the window. Resorts World recently opening up about the fact that her residency that ran from 2021 to 2023, and yes, it ran for 2 years in Vegas.
What?
Was an absolute epic failure.
Evidenced by the fact that... Oh, actually, was this around the time when she was doing that, like, on live cameras? Remember when she did, like, that live stream where we could all watch her 24/7?
I'm not sure about that.
Ooh.
I missed that.
I don't want to.
But yeah, she had I think it was called Play. And again, it was at Resorts World. It sounds like there was a bidding war between Caesars and Resorts World. And I guess you'd say Resorts World won? Question mark?
Yeah, but they didn't win.
Because she was making somewhere around $900,000 a show.
Yeah.
For 2 years?
Well, I don't know how many specific dates that included, but it sounds like, according to Resorts World, it was an epic failure.
Oh, my God.
Well, good for her, though. Get that
she
money.
got her money. Woo.
She did. And that might be the last time. Just like that $15 million she walked away from on American Idol. A year.
Well, good luck to her. I feel like I don't know if like somebody who's in the industry would probably have a far better idea of what her next chapter should be in terms of her career, because it just seems like she's sputtering, and what's the use of, but although that's not true always, right? Because some of those concert dates are actually selling out, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just depends on what venue.
Just feels like she's, she's not quite sure where to go next.
And again, I also think when she started that tour, she was in her mind thinking this is going to be akin to, because it obviously feels very marketed like the Eras Tour. It was going to be akin to what Taylor Swift was able to do. And then quickly this huge world tour became an arena tour, which became a half-staged arena tour, which became, $30 get you in the door.
Yeah, because anymore, if you're not Taylor Swift, I mean, you're not going to be doing that level of
Beyonce,
touring.
Cowboy Carter Tour is doing stadiums. She just did 3 this weekend in Chicago, sold them out.
Yeah, but they're being very strategic, I will say.
Yeah.
Like Taylor is doing all the cities, multiple dates on each city.
Yeah, she can pretty much, nothing can touch her.
Yeah. Beyonce was smart in, she didn't come here to Minneapolis, but she went to Chicago, and I saw a bunch of people that I know from here who went to Chicago. So
close enough for
they
us.
were able to make that work. I think that's a different strategy, though.
For sure.
And I don't think Katie could, I don't know. Good luck to her.
She needs to have something to reinvent herself, I believe, at this point.
All right.
All right.
Don't know what that will be.
Mike can't
Write
think
a
of
kid's
anything.
book or something. I don't know. Cooking show.
Well,
Cooking with
maybe
Katie.
she just needs to lay low for a while and be re-inspired, and I don't know. But that also seems like a recipe for the world moving on, and I think that's what they already did. So
Recipe.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
She needs to do an acoustic album or something. Show off her voice, because she does have a good voice. But I feel like all of this space stuff and how produced her concerts are, it just the last album went the wrong way with people poking fun at this.
It just seems like a lot of what's the word? A lot
spectacle?
Yes, that other people came up with. Mm-hmm. What's the word I'm looking for?
Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez?
No, but just people, consultants, that's the word. Like a bunch of people in a room going, hey, we should do this. Let's get her on this. Let's woman's power.
Yes, yes.
Katy Perry.
Space alien moves.
Appeal to young girls going to space. It's Katy Perry Barbie. Let's do it.
Let's do it with another blind item here as we're rolling on. You got that first one. How about this one? If you thought what we saw looked like fun, you should have seen the after party where this A-list actor and A-plus list musician partied the night away. They've got a few things in common, and apparently there was a lot of women at this after party as well. You thought that what we saw looked like fun. You should have seen the after party where this A-list actor and A-plus list musician who have a few things in common, that party raged on into the wee hours of the morning, and there were lots of women there.
See, that doesn't sound fun to me, but I don't want to party into the wee hours of the morning, but that's just because I've already done that in my life. This
A-list actor and A-plus list musician who have a few things in common apparently did.
Now, are we talking about a man and a woman?
Nope.
2 men.
2 men, baby. Is this, it smells very Leo, but I imagine.
Does it have anything to do with the Cannes Film Festival?
It does not. This actually took place on this side of the pond. If you thought what we saw looked like fun between this A-list actor and A-plus list musician, You should have seen what the after party was like as the two raged into the wee hours of the morning, and there were lots of women there.
I feel like that's a threat.
These two people have lots in common.
They dated the same woman?
Close, but not the same woman.
Is this an SNL thing?
One of these individuals were on SNL, yes.
Okay. As a guest or a performer?
Performer.
Okay.
Benson Boone.
Right. Alliteration.
Bobby Brown. Jeez. Millie Bobby Brown.
Benny Blanco.
A+ list musician.
Bad Bunny.
That's good job. So Bad Bunny and
an actor.
And an A-list actor. We saw the two of them having a grand old time. And this had nothing to do with SNL. Except it was in the same city.
Jeremy Allen White.
The night before. And these two people have something in common.
Did they love basketball?
They do love basketball, yes.
Is that what they have in common?
Timothy Chalamet.
There you go.
Oh, they were at the game together.
Wow.
And what's
the Knicks game
special about those two that they have in common?
Aren't they with someone?
They're Kardashian. They're Kendall and Kylie's.
No.
Close.
Yeah.
Close. Well, she's not. Yeah, not Kylie's. Yes. Kendall's ex and Kylie's current boyfriend.
Right.
But yes, according to the blind items, if you thought what we saw during the Knicks game looked like fun between Bad Bunny and Timothy Chalamet, by the way, they were sitting side by side, arm in arm, holding each other during an exciting, thrilling, massive, 50-point victory for the Knicks. It sounds like if you thought that looked like fun, you should have seen the rager of a party afterwards.
Ooh.
Because the two of them were going all night and there were many women involved.
So they're in Publicationship Club together. The men of the Kardashian Jenner clan.
They're like, we've benefited so much from the Kardashians. Let's celebrate the win.
Let's have some ladies.
And speaking of that story and the NBA, I wasn't going to turn this into a blind item because, again, I don't know if you guys are too familiar with Ben Simmons, but Ben Simmons' sister went to social media. Ben Simmons is a basketball player who just signed a $150 million deal, even though he can't shoot. But he is a guy who his sister went off about the fact that their relationship was completely fake. Ben Simmons, formerly with Kendall as well. So Kendall Jenner has
that guy.
Kendall Jenner has there's that guy. Then there's Devin Booker. There's Kyle Kuzma. There's and she went on and on about basically wow, could you imagine dating an entire league, not a team, an entire league?
God. Wow.
But, yeah.
Well.
So Bad Bunny, of course, on that list of Kendall exes as well. They were hanging out, him and Timothy Chalamet. So two guys that probably have a little bit in common. They get how the Kardashian publication
They've had
game
experience.
works.
I mean, they can't write a book. They can't talk about it. So they have each other.
Mm-hmm. Because they signed NDAs for the rest of their life.
Exactly. So they just go into a room and cry. And
with women.
Well, that's what they do after. First they cry, and then they lie down with ladies. I don't know, it sounded
They
really
cry
creepy.
and lie.
Cry and lie down.
All right, let's
Where's
roll
it lay?
Let's roll on to the blind item.
Lie is to what? And lay is to place?
Yeah. Lay is like an object, and lie is yourself.
That's what you're
Lay
doing
down.
right now.
Lie down. Oh, boy.
It's interesting that this longtime former A-list actress continues to be so outspoken about her support of a disgraced Oscar-winning actor. He must have told her he can get her some roles or something. Just that, or she loves the attention. It's interesting that this longtime former A-list actress continues to be so outspoken about her support of the disgraced Oscar-winning actor. He must have told her he could get her some roles or something, or she just loves all the attention.
Were they co-stars at all?
I believe so. It would be hard, I think, not to be, considering the amount of movies both of these people have done at that time.
But not like in an obvious
Maybe it's an
television
obvious.
show.
I just don't. Not necessarily.
Not House of Cards.
No.
Okay.
But you're on the right guy.
Kevin Spacey.
Don't ever say
Okay.
that I'm on the right guy when it comes to Kevin Spacey.
Okay, Kevin Spacey, we know.
And a long-time former A+ list actress who continues her outspoken support of him.
Interesting. Sybil Shepherd.
Was it someone on House of Cards?
No, but just like your previous guess, you have the right alliteration. You're really good at getting a
whiff. Sarah.
Just a quick reminder, alliteration doesn't have to be the same
Susan
letter.
Sarandon.
Oh, that would actually make sense. Not the same letter.
No. I was saying because your guess was Sybil Shepherd, so that would be a C and an S.
But a sound.
Same sound.
Sherry Shepherd.
Poor Sherry Shepherd.
Poor Sherry.
She would
She's
never.
Like, I don't want anything to do with that fool.
Your last guess was the right letter.
Okay.
Go on.
Susan Sarandon, but it is
Salma Hayek.
former A-list?
Former A-plus list.
Oh, boy.
Arguably
at
her time, the biggest actress in the world.
Sally Struthers.
I was going to say Sally Field, but that didn't work with Sally Struthers.
Samantha. Oh.
Yep.
Was she on Sex and the City?
No.
Oh, okay. Who am I thinking of?
I don't think she was. Again, I'm not a...
You said, like mind meld.
No.
Nominated for an Oscar, was a Golden Globe winner, Emmy winner.
Oh.
Sandra.
Very iconic moment in a movie.
Sally
Struthers.
No, what am I thinking of?
You're thinking of it when Harry met Sally, and you're thinking of Meg Ryan, but that's not who we're talking about.
Iconic moment
involving legs.
Oh,
Sharon
Stone.
Sharon Stone supports gross, disgusting.
Yes, actually, she's done that before.
She's done this for years at this point. According to the blind items, it's interesting that Sharon Stone continues to be so outspoken for Kevin Spacey. It's almost like Mr. Spacey has informed her he can get her some roles or something, or she just loves all the attention.
Can we also talk about the fact that man is getting an award at Cannes?
Yep.
Cannes?
Yep.
What are you doing?
How about can't?
It's like a global peace. What is it?
I think it's called the Better World Fund. Mm-hmm. I'm like, what better world?
The world is not better with him.
Yeah, it's absolutely absurd. They're awarding him or they're giving him an award for his accomplishments. And I'm like, I just don't feel like, what else are they going to do?
I don't know if he dumped a bunch of money into their fund. And so they're like, look at how much money he's given us to try to erase his horrible reputation.
I'm sure money is involved in some capacity. I just don't know what.
But he's been broke for a while. He's talking about how he had to sell his mansion. Or he wants you to think he's broke.
Correct.
So that they won't come after him.
That is correct.
Okay.
Because remember, he went on Piers Morgan to cry about losing his multi-million-dollar condo
on the water somewhere.
Maryland or somewhere.
I don't know. It was a nice place. We checked it out. Not physically, but we looked at pics online we like that out.
Thanks for clarifying to the audience that we didn't actually go on a real estate tour.
We do like to do tours of real estate on our online computers.
Well, you guys got that one nicely done. Let's hang out in Cannes. What do you say? Grab a yacht?
I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence, but for blind item purposes, yes.
For blind item purposes, let's make our little trip over there. This A-list actor from an acting family was the talk of Cannes this weekend, not just due to the performance, but due to the fact that he was so messed up from some sort of drugs that he couldn't even string two sentences together. This A-list actor from an acting family was the talk of the festival this weekend, not just due to his performance, but the fact that he was so messed up from some sort of drugs he couldn't string two sentences together. According to the blind items.
I'm going to guess Joaquin Phoenix?
Correct.
Pedro Pascal had to have a little moment with him that's been viral where he's waving to the crowd way up high and he grabbed his hand and pulled it down, and lip readers say he's like, hey, you're ruining the cred. Don't pander to the audience. Act like you've just scored a goal already. Act like bigger than waving at a crowd. And also, I think when you have your hand up like that, you have to be really careful because it looks like a Nazi salute sometimes. And so I think he was trying to save him in a couple of ways.
Were they in a movie together? Because there are all these movies coming out, and I can't keep track of like who's in what. I know Pedro's got a movie, but is Joaquin in that movie?
Yep, they're in that movie together. I can't remember. It's an old West. It's like a Western theme, or I'll find it.
I just want Pedro with me at all times to help me not do dumb things.
I just want him to
and
sit
also
next to me.
Yeah. Also, maybe carrying me over a threshold. I don't know. Kiss me on the cheek.
Bend you over his knee.
What?
To spank you.
This would be a good time to say, if you like our content, please like and subscribe because we're almost to 4,000.
Oh my God. We are literally 100 and some odd people away. You can make it happen.
Like 180 people.
I think that Pedro Pascal
bending me over his knee.
Bending. Wow. Did I say bend over?
You did.
Well, I meant more like, in a playful way.
To spank me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you complaining?
No.
I didn't think so.
The
like and subscribe.
The two of them are in Ari Aster's next film, Eddington.
Oh.
And this is based in 2020. A standoff between a small town sheriff and mayor sparks a powder keg as the neighbor is pitted against neighbor.
It's kind of like Eddington, a COVID-y thing, right?
It is. It's tied to COVID and some of the political discourse at that time. Emma Stone is around it. Austin Butler, I think, makes an appearance.
Okay.
So Luke Grimes from Yellowstone fame. It's a big old cast, and it sounds like it was well received.
Okay.
Well, I can't wait to see it.
No word on an extended standing ovation.
I did not see.
We haven't gotten very many. I think the only one I saw was like Bono got 7 minutes of a standing ovation in Cannes.
I think that there's even if it's the worst movie ever, you still get at least 5 minutes. So we have to judge after the 5.
I did look it up, and Megalopolis last year had, I think, 6.
Yeah.
It looks like a 5-minute standing ovation for Eddington. But I also think they were saying due to the political nature of it and some of the tackling of some of the topics, there were people walking out.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. It feels really soon, even though it...
I don't really want to revisit anything about COVID. I don't know about you guys.
Well, I don't know that we're... Yeah.
So I think,
Yeah.
We do another podcast called Yeah.
And
that's
also,
all we do is people give us like political
and then we
headlines.
Clap for 5 solid minutes.
People give us political headlines and we just go, Yeah.
Speaking of drugs, let's do one more quick one here. Speaking of drugs, the new streaming... Actually, oh my gosh, I don't know if we're going to have time for this one. Let me pull an audible here. It's not surgery. We'll go back to that one tomorrow.
Okay.
It's not surgery. This A-list TV and movie actor has joined the bloated universe, which means he is on their workout routine. Wow. Bloated was being used as a...
I thought they were calling him
No.
He joined the group of people who are all bloated.
Wow. Let me read this one again.
Okay.
It's not surgery. This A-list TV and movie actor has joined the bloated universe, which means he is on their workout routine. GLP-1s balanced with steroids.
Oh, okay. We're talking about Marvel.
Yep.
And an A-list actor has joined Marvel.
An A-list TV and movie actor.
TV and movie actor.
It's not surgery.
Okay.
So apparently there's some rumblings that there might be surgery involved. But this A-list TV and movie actor has joined the MCU, which means he's on their normal workout routine of GLP-1s balanced with steroids.
Oh, my God.
Oh, boy.
God.
Tim?
Oh, that would...
He is yet to enter the universe.
Older than Timmy?
Yep.
Okay.
Let's narrow this down. Is he
an American?
Yes. Well, why am I questioning this?
I don't know.
We just let me see here. I guess no, not born in America. No, not American born.
Okay.
He has dual citizenship
With the United Kingdom?
with America. No,
With America Junior?
sorry, no.
America Junior. What is that?
I don't know.
Don't leave too far away from where we were just having a conversation about.
He's French?
Nope.
So it's not Timmy.
If you don't get this right, he's going to bend you over his knee.
Oh, Pedro Pascal.
According to the blind items, everybody is saying he got surgery.
The way you are.
Everyone's saying he got surgery. No, it's not surgery. He's just in the MCU, which means he's on the workout routine of GLP-1s and a bunch of steroids.
Well, hell.
Well, don't do that, Pedro. We love you just the way you are. And they got CGI for that, just like they have for us. We're actually aliens. When we got to run, you guys. You can listen to us daily on myTalk. You can download the podcast, and you should go to the YouTube channel and like and subscribe and tell all your friends about
Blinded by the Item.
Blinded by the Item.